Call the Wednesday, June 27th, 2018 meeting of the Brushy Creek Regional Utility Authority to order. Monique, will you please call the roll?
President Flores.
Here.
Vice President Navarrete.
Present.
Secretary Thomas.
Present.
Director Duffy. Director Basie. Director Seiler.
Here.
All right. So we'll move in.
President Flores, if you don't mind, I'd like to recognize a couple of our council members that are in the audience. We're down one, actually.
Sure.
If you don't mind. President and Board, I'd like to introduce to you Christine Senderquist. She's one of our newest council members, and she's graced us with her presence here today to learn more about the BCRUA, and we appreciate that.
Awesome.
So,
Thank
and
you
we
for
also
being
do
here.
have Michelle Stevenson, one of our veteran council members, who's stepping in the room as well.
All right, so welcome Christine and welcome Michelle. Thank you for being here. All right, item 3 is citizen communication. Anybody wishing to address the board, please come forward. All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item 4, approval of the minutes. Consider approval of the BCRUA meeting minutes for May 23rd, 2018.
So moved.
All right. Any other discussion? All in favor? Aye. All right. Very good. All right, and we're going to, we have a couple of new members, but only one is present with us today. I'd like to just take a moment to acknowledge and welcome Jeff Seiler from the city of Leander, who will be a new Citizens Director. And Jeff, you want to take a moment or two to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm the one council member here in Leander. I was born and raised here, so I'm a native Leander thaw. And I've been on council for 3 years. Currently serving as mayor pro tem, and just I absolutely love it.
Doing a great
Also,
job.
thank you. Also serve on the board for the Williamson County Children's Advocacy Center in Georgetown, a couple chamber boards here, and just absolutely love serving the community.
Well, thank you. We look forward to having you on the board and look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
All right, and if there's no objection, I am going to take out of order, looking to move item 9 next in line. If there's no discussion or objection, we'll move item 9 forward. All right. So item 9, resolutions, is consider a resolution related to the hiring of a new general manager to serve the BCRUA. You'll remember last month we had SGR come in and had finalized candidates, and we are happy to say that our lead candidate was spoken to and has agreed to come on. And so right now I will entertain so I'll announce that Karen Bondi is our selection, and we need to take a vote on that first of all. So I'll entertain a motion.
I'll motion to approve the resolution.
A second? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, well, thank you. So let me take a moment and say this. Again, happy that Karen is with us and has accepted the position of the next general manager for the BCRUA. Most recently has been served as the senior vice president of the Lower Colorado River Authority, which actually provides water supply to all the BCRUA cities. She's been with the LCRA for almost 20 years, where she developed major water infrastructure projects, including new reservoirs, pipelines, and water treatment plants to meet regional needs. Her background is successfully leading a large public water utility, along with passion for public service, make her qualified to serve in this leadership role at the BCRUA. Fortunately, Tom Gallagher has agreed to postpone his retirement and stay on with us until Karen is able to start on August 1. In addition, he's also agreed to help transition for a week or two after she's on board. So, Tom, thank you for agreeing to stick around a little bit longer. Karen, we look forward to working with you. We welcome you to the team, and I'll actually invite you up to say a few words if you care to.
Well, first, thank you very much for selecting me to serve in this role. I'm really excited about it, and I've learned so much about the position over the last few months, and that let me know that I am going to have, there's going to be large shoes to fill, because Tom Gollier has been such a great general manager for 5 years, and I've been able to see all that he was able to accomplish over that period, and I am just so grateful that he's going to be able to help transition me to all the things that are going on, and he's been nothing but open and helpful and friendly, and I'm just really appreciate that. I'm really honored to have this position. As you know, I am passionate about water and public service, and BCRUA is such a unique animal in that the board 10 years ago, 11 years ago, had the leadership to and the vision to realize that the three cities needed to come together for efficiency and to provide lower cost water supply to your citizens. And that is unique. Not a lot, all of y'all are growing independent cities, and you could have done it on your own, but you saw the value of coming together, and I really want to work for an organization like that. So I will look forward to upholding these principles as I try to implement your vision, and again, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you.
Great. Looking forward to working with you. Thank you. Welcome to the team. All right. With that, we will move to item 6, which is executive session. Consider an executive session as authorized by Section 551.071 Government Code related to consultation with the board's attorneys regarding pending litigation, to wit Pepper Lawson Construction LP versus March Construction Incorporated et al. So with that, we will retire into executive session for the moment. All right, we'll reconvene from executive session. There's no action at the moment. So we'll move on to item 7, regular business. 7A, consider discussion and possible action concerning statement of qualifications received from Walker Partners, Freese and Nichols joint venture for the Phase 2 final design work. Tom.
Thank you, Mr. President. As I told the board in the agenda item summary I sent, we did end up receiving one qualified statement of qualifications as a result of the advertising that we did. Wasn't a big shock, and that SOQ came from the joint venture now of Walker Partners and Freese and Nichols Incorporated. The OC and I reviewed that in detail, discussed it, and asked whatever questions we had of the partnership, and we were comfortable in the end that we want to stay with this firm. We've been very happy with the work they've done for us, and frankly, I suspect that's why we didn't get any other proposals, because the engineering community in Central Texas is all pretty wired together. So if we weren't happy with these guys, they would know it, and we'd be flooded with applications, but they know we're pretty satisfied. So the important thing for the board to remember tonight is we're not asking you to commit to anything, no contract, no money, anything like that. What we're asking for is authorization to initiate negotiations with this firm, and we will develop a contract for Phase 2 final design and the other 2 items I mentioned. That's going to be a complex process for both the engineering firm and us. It's going to take time. Probably the earliest you could expect us to come back with a recommended contract would be September, more likely October. It's kind of irrelevant, though, because everything, any approval we give before the bonds fund in mid-November, would have to be a contingent approval. So there's not necessarily that big a hurry, because the money won't be there until mid-November. So but I would expect probably October would be a likely target date, I would expect. And obviously the firm members are here represented tonight, and the OC is here, but I can tell you that the OC and I are unanimous in our agreement that the firm, we should stay with this firm. And this joint venture makes sense from our perspective as well, so we're very comfortable with the recommendation. But if you have any questions for OC members or for the engineering firm, they're here and would be happy to address them.
I just have to state that Leander is extremely excited that you came forward, Walker Partners, and we're excited to work with Freeze and Nichols. Aaron Archer has been in this endeavor since the very beginning, even prior to his, stint with Walker, and we couldn't be more reassured of his qualifications and his knowledge of this project. So thank you to the OC for selecting them. Leander is very reassured in this. Thank you.
Did you want to address the board or say anything?
Yeah, on behalf of our team, we're really grateful for the opportunity. Working with you guys has really been kind of my life's work at this point. We've got a great team of folks that are ready to get engaged on final design. It's been a long time coming to get to this point. And so I'm excited to see us finally kind of getting to that last step so we can control our destiny as a group and be ready for what happens next. And when it's time for construction, we're ready for that as well. And so looking forward to it. Thank you guys for your vote of confidence. Thank you for the kind words.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes, I would make a motion to
Okay.
authorize the staff to initiate contract negotiations with Walker Partners, Freeze and Nichols joint venture.
I'll second that.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All right, we'll move on to next item, item 8A. Consider a staff overview regarding the BCRUA Quality Investment Reports for January 1, 2018 through March 31, 2018. Tom?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is just a routine item. Nothing significant has changed in our investment strategy or portfolio. We have slightly increased over the last couple of months our short and midterm investment vehicles, so that we're slightly more heavily weighted towards commercial paper than we were. But we're well under the 25% limit that our investment policy requires us to stay under. We're doing that because we're getting a little better interest out of commercial paper right now. Nobody's getting great interest, so that's why it's a pretty dull and uninteresting report altogether. But everything's fine and continues to be, and we're keeping an eye on the markets, which are more volatile by the day. But everything, all of the investments that BCRUA has are well protected, and so we're not overly concerned about anything. And I'll be happy to answer any questions if anyone has any.
Okay, any questions? All right. Very good. Well, then, we can move on to Director closing comments regarding items of community interest. And I'll start on my left with Director Seiler.
I'm good this evening.
All right. Director Neverready?
Just, again, would like to welcome Ms. Karen Bondi. We are very excited to see what you're going to do with BCRUA. I know you're going to hit the ground running. And Mr. Gallier, we thank you so very much for your expertise and leadership throughout the years, and especially thank you for staying on for the transition. That's going to be great. Thanks.
Director Thomas?
Appreciate your work and congratulations. I hope we didn't piss off Phil. Hopefully LCRA will answer the phone when we call next week.
Well, good. Well, I'll finish by saying welcome, Karen, to the team, and we appreciate you being here. Tom, thank you for your service and leadership, and certainly as we continue on in our day-to-day fight here. I will say thank you. My tenure has been short as president, but I think it's been a successful tenure. We got a new.
What are we at, 2 meetings,
We're
3?
2 meetings, and we
Okay.
got a new general manager, so I think my work is done. So I accomplished a lot. So
He's a go-getter.
I thank you, and with that, we'll adjourn for the evening. Good night.
Renee, that's awesome. That's good.
Fell down on short meetings.